A tomato has around 7,000 more genes than a human. Over a quarter of your bones are in your feet. It's my foot. Roughly every hour, over 430 quintillion joules of energy from the sun hits Earth. The whole of humanity doesn't even use that much energy in an entire year, so that is a lot of sunlight hitting Earth every single hour. But apparently, like, none of it gets sent to the UK, which is why I'm filming this video inside, because it won't stop raining. There are more hydrogen atoms in a single teaspoon of water than there are teaspoons of water in the entire world's oceans. And if you were to line up all of the water molecules in a single teaspoon of water in a long line, it would reach around 50 billion kilometers, which is like 10 times the size of our solar system. All of the gold that we have ever mined would fit into just over 3 standard-sized Olympic swimming pools. Polar bear hair is hollow, and it acts so well as a thermal insulator that polar bears are basically invisible to heat cameras. The Great Pyramids of Giza and woolly mammoths coexisted for almost 1,000 years. Sharks were on Earth before trees, around 100 million years earlier. There are about 1.4 billion insects for every single person alive today. You could fit all of the planets in our solar system between the Earth and the Moon, with room to spare. A typical cloud of about 1 kilometer across, 1 kilometer long, and 1 kilometer tall weighs around 500,000 kilograms. At 4,020 kilometers wide, Australia is wider than the Moon, which is just 3,476 kilometers in diameter. You might know that grizzly bears eat lots of fish, but they also love eating moths called army cutworm moths. They can eat up to 40,000 of them in a single day. There are more trees on Earth than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. There are more microorganisms in a teaspoon of healthy soil than there are people on Earth. There's also more different species of bacteria in that single teaspoon than there are different species of animals in the Amazon rainforest. You might think that the Amazon rainforest is our planet's lungs, but more than half of the oxygen you breathe comes from the oceans, mainly from microscopic ocean plankton. There are nearly 6,000 satellites orbiting Earth right now, and about 60% of them are not operational, so they're just space junk. Antlers that are found on animals like deer, elk, and moose are the fastest growing tissue in any mammal, and they can grow around 2.5 centimeters a day. Bamboo is one of the fastest growing plants in the world. Certain species can grow 910 millimeters each day, which is around 1 millimeter every 90 seconds, so you can actually see it growing. The foam on top of beer has a softening effect to the taste of beer. This is a trigeminal sensation. This is the same thing that happens when mint feels cold or chili feels hot. This stuff here is called lichen. It's actually algae and fungus living together, and they need each other so much that they can't actually live without each other. You've probably seen it growing all over the place, which isn't a surprise because this stuff covers like 6% of the entire Earth's surface. Three-toed sloths spend 20 hours sleeping each day, but koalas sleep even more, racking up 22 hours every day. Dolphins, on the other hand, can't actually sleep. They have to consciously control their breathing. It's not automatic. So if they went to sleep like us, they'd stop breathing and eventually they'd suffocate. So to get around this, they sleep with one side of their brain at a time.